Hello, Debbie. You've been my little guardian angel today. Welcome, 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 everybody else who's here on honestly, these energies today have been off the charts. They are off the charts because there's this like overlap, really, of the energies of ascension, the energies of illumination, and then amplified by this full moon, which is a super full moon. And it is here to impact us for 3 days in a row, a day either side of the super full moon. And we ought to, I couldn't last night, but other people did. We ought to be able to see this as appearing as a full moon for the next 3 days, or yesterday, today, and tomorrow. So that's why it's a super full moon, because it is in its closest orbit aspect to the Earth. And there'll be other reasons that I don't know, because as you know, I'm not an astrologer, but yeah, that's what I got. So for me, honestly, so today I've just about felt sick with overwhelm. It's really interesting. And I lost things, and I got in a tiz. So if you don't know, I have this new grandson in my life. So he's just adorable. And then on top of that, I'm packing up house, and two of my sisters and my mum came up and stayed and worked like soldiers for 2 whole days, and have virtually packed up my house. And then shortly, in another few days, some people are coming to take all my furniture. And so it's just been, and I've had clients, and I'm preparing for this trip. And this trip, for me, this feels like, so when I feel into it, I go into overwhelm. So I know, and it might sound grandiose, but it's not intended to, that I'm sent there for great purpose, and it's not just personal. I'm sent there. Yeah, it was really interesting how my tech guy, he rewrote this statement, and I thought, oh, actually, that's quite perfect. And he wrote that I have been sent by Gaia, and it feels to be true. So I have been in overwhelm with and like gone into panic mode. So I couldn't find my passport, and then I know that I have, access to it in various digital forms. So it wasn't that, it was the real thing. And I remembered it was sitting here on my desk a couple of days ago, and so I'm like, oh my God, we've packed up a whole lot of boxes. Has it accidentally gone into a box? No, surely it hasn't. Anyway, I found it, but yeah, I've been in overwhelm. And so I've been in overwhelm on a personal level, and yet I want to say that the energy of today is overwhelm. And so you are likely to be feeling this energy of overwhelm, this energy of massive illumination, this energy of ascension, this energy of, as a first waver, holding space for those around you who are coming in to this greater awakening and more ascension symptoms and codes, and a lack of understanding likely, and perhaps feeling bamboozled, confused and concerned. So yeah, welcome Debbie and Sephora and Jackie and Anikol and Pauline and Billy. Oh, thank you. Yes. So let me tell you what has come in terms of the notes. So you may have read the post that I wrote on Friday of last week, so 4 days ago. And as it showed up in my vision, as though the magic carpet was being rolled out, and then that was like, ta-da! Welcome to this energy of the new, of the ascension. And so I wrote in here, energy of the magic carpet rolling us into preparation for the next 888 gateway. And yesterday I went and did a little bit of maths on this month, a little bit late, but yeah, I discovered if you apply the rule of a day number, a month number, and the year number, we're in an 8 month and we're in an 8 year. So then you can throw into there all of the days that add up to 8. So the 8th, the 17th, the 26th. And then on top of that, any day that adds up to a 1 also becomes an 8 when you add the others together. So it's like if you add a day plus a month plus a year and you get a number, that becomes a universal day. And so there are 7. There are 7 of these 888 gateways or portal days in this month. And funnily enough, we're more than halfway through, but yesterday I got this, so I went back and counted, and I thought, oh, we're not halfway through in terms of that, but we're halfway through in terms of receiving the energetics. Yeah, so I'm a bit pumped, and I apologize, but yeah, I'm here. I've had tears. And Debbie has been on the end of messages along with a couple of other people who have been sending me little reassuring tips. And so Debbie has helped me get through all of this online information that I needed to complete today. So the energy of the magic carpet rolling us into preparation for the next 888 gateway. What will you release, realize, and reclaim next? Because we're right in the midst of this. What real lies will be revealed to the awakening collective as they move further into the exploration of truth in their world? That's their personal truth, their family truth, and humanity's truth. Gaia is bowing to humanity in gratitude for the way in which they are coming into their own awareness, their own truth and development. And I'm showing this crystal light raining down upon the earth, and it can be read as raining, as in REIGN, and also as crystalline, the crystalline, the Christed light, the crystal aligning, the Christed alignment. All of those were words that can be applied to that experience that we began to have on the Friday the 7th. Gaia said, be in your center. Come into balance. Be in stillness. Feel love in your heart and expand this through your vessel to emanate it out. You've got this, humanity. It's easier now to rise. It's easier now to maintain. Notice the peace within self, the enlivenment in nature as everything is coming into consciousness. Smile, seek more. She gave me this as an anagram for smile. Seek more internal love and extension of enlightenment. Remember that this experience is unheralded. It's never been done before. In the history of the multiverse, no species has ever ascended into fifth dimensional form and format by taking the body with them, through the body, through the transmutation, the transformation, the transcendence of the body. So you could use a lot of those words, but we are transcending our form into more crystalline, and we are having some big infusions of it. We started last month, and now we're into greater amounts of that. This human and planetary ascension that, yes, is hard, but yes, we are doing it. We are returning to a higher way of being, to one of service to self, being replaced with service to others, a world of peace, of joyfulness and love for self, love for others, love for nature and love for all of sentient life. And so I don't know about you, but for me, I can feel that. I can feel the joy in the atmosphere. So we are working collaboratively now for a higher way of being. And so when we kind of, put a little bit of energy into a quantum drop or a drop of water, however you might want to see that, and then enable it to be cast into the rivers of consciousness, into the waters of our world, then it has this cohesiveness, this collectiveness that spreads out and affects everyone. So we're moving to where frequency becomes the main currency, where love is the main exchange, where enlightenment is a key goal or aspiration for all, and where co-creation is a fun game, where children are the natural treasure and thriving is the way of being. And so that was like a little introduction to this new energy, or this extra new energy, apart from the fact that we had brand new energies that came in on the 1st of August. That was a brand new set of energies, but then we had another brand new set of energies then on that date, on the 7th, on the 16th, and then on the, apart from the other ones in between, but yeah, August, these new deluges of different kinds of energies coming in. And so what came through on the 19th, which was another 888 day, so it was the 10th of August, the 19th becomes a 10, and then you add the 1 plus the 8 plus the 8, which becomes 17, and 7 and 1 becomes 8. So it's an 8 universal day. Hi, Jules. Hey, Rebecca. So Rebecca's been helping me as well in my overwhelm. So I felt this overwhelm belonging to the collective, but I've also been in this personal overwhelm. Oh, honestly, it's just crazy. So a lot of people are going to come into this energy of feeling very confronted. It might be alarming to people. It might be scary. It may be hard to believe. And denial will be common. So many people in this awakening experience are going to be in denial about it because it's too hard to comprehend. So as that occurs, this denial, it will be in terms of their reactions to what is seen, what is learned, and what is known. And so those of you who are first wavers, just be in patience, be in understanding that it's a lot for people to take on board. And they will, though, as each of them grow into this new phase, expand through a seeing, a feeling, a receiving of truth. So really, I want to say the main guidance for humanity and for all of us is to be in allowance and to be in acceptance. And if we can, then let that roll into surrender. But if we can be in acceptance, then that's a pretty neutral place to be for a while. More of the collective can create their own redirect by rising above those aspects of our world that are hard to believe and to choose something higher. So we can use that as our navigation. But this ongoing clarity of thought and knowledge then creates cohesion. So the more of us who have it, who sit in that place, it creates this cohesion amongst humanity. And then that brings us into new levels. So we don't have to actually understand them. We just have to aspire to them. We'll begin to create rapid momentum for our transformation into fifth dimensional Earth. That's what we're in amid. That's what we're on the edges of. Today we are, this was something new that came as well on the 19th. Today we are sealing off some aspects of the lower form. We're capping that off from So let me say that again. Some of the lower forms were being capped off from our new and higher reality. So new levels of existence for humanity means that transformation isn't so interfered with by some of the lower aspects. So this new and higher reality is the dissolution of the older strongly in play. So I was shown that some awaken as though to a new movie, unaware of some of the past influences. This is a pretty interesting construct. Unaware of some of the past influences in their old field of awareness, yet it will feel like the Twilight Zone. This strange feeling that I have experienced when I have been to a movie, especially that has been quite out of this world or off this planet. It can mean that you leave the theatre with that feeling of being a bit in la la land, a bit ungrounded, a bit not in the real world. Like there's some movement through an energetic that allows us to leave the old and assimilate the new, but it could feel in reverse. So a lot of people are showing having that experience. So this exiting a movie theatre and reassimilating the new, that kind of movement Gaia showed me that this energy that comes through the full moon gateway is evenly, so this is a first, it's evenly received into the planet and into humanity. So it showed up, it's like a whole, an energetic made up of like a triangle that comes into the center, made up of rays that do that, and then it reflects out. So it's like a mirror image into the planet. So we get it, the planet gets it. These 888 gateways that are here, so I'll tell you what they are. They are the 1st of August, the 8th of August, the 10th of August, the 17th of August, the 19th of August, the 26th of August, and the 28th of August. So I was told that they are powerful vortices of transmutative and alchemizing light codes for all sentient life to step into greater balance and purification. So 7 of them, and it's like we've just hit the middle point. So this super full moon in Aquarius, it guides us into a collective balancing of energies above and below, inner and outer, and the flow rate can now move more exponentially in its work for upgrading all sentient life. So we're going to see this further acceleration of that. Another level of truth to be seen for all regarding the travesty of human history. And this in perfect timing and alignment, of course, as this light infusion comes with both aspirational and inspirational codes, a feeling of upliftment comes, like a head popping through the clouds kind of experience. That's how it's been shown to me. And then this, this is from Philippa Cummins' post, who says that Aquarius infuses this full moon with a unique energy. So this really informs what I got as channeled information from Gaia, that encourages the breaking free from conventional limitations and embracing new ideas. It can heighten our desire for social change, humanitarian effects or efforts, and intellectual exploration, prompting us to consider how we can contribute to the collective good. And she also says it'll be double the changes, double the breakthroughs, and double unexpected events. And this leads into really what and why the Divine Masculine will be impacted so strongly at the moment. Uranus will lead us to truth, whether we like it or not. So some things are not going to be the same, everyone, after we've gone through this 3 days of this full moon impact. Also, this astrological constellation brings us opportunities for lots of lessons because Saturn is sitting around in there. So check in with yourself about where you are hitting the wall and what you can learn from this. Yeah, so this full moon this is from the Ascension's light workers. The super full moon is rare, will be visible for 3 days, brings freedom, self-discovery, personal power, new opportunities, and burns away the outdated energies and blockages. So you can see that this is really this big kind of rollover tipping point for all of us. It ignites true soul frequencies and brings truth, shifts our realities, our spiritual journey, our personal growth, and our alignment with soul purpose, which is the big thing that's been coming through in my channelings, is that we are in this time where, remember, where we are being activated through our higher heart. So our hearts are opening more to love. Our higher heart is being activated to come into why are you here and what is your purpose and what is your divine mission and who does that relate to. And this full moon is taking that to a new level of clarity and a new level of urgency and a new level of expansion and illumination. So be clear with what it is that you want and desire. You can like place it here right in front of you as though you have it now, but it's an in the moment thing. And I failed to do that particularly well today, but I did do it. I did do it. And so just try and bring yourself back to that. We also need to release anything that might bind you or connect you to the old realities, the old 3D world, because we are in this and on this bridge into our fifth dimensional reality, which we create in the now moment. So you just keep attuning to your higher. In our body, remember, take good care of your body, especially, I want to say, be well hydrated and don't get too concerned about food. I have been eating a lot of fruit, and I probably need to eat more green. That was something I recognized yesterday. And I've been drinking a lot of water. And lemon water is good as well. So we are transforming our body now to be able to hold this higher fifth dimensional frequency, which is us coming back to our soul, to our higher purpose, to our divine plan blueprint, to our organic, not held and captured by the three-dimensional world, by the satanic, by the dark intrusion. So embrace yourself, the love that you have for yourself, as we each have a role here to play in anchoring in this new reality deep into the earth. So I want to encourage you to get out in nature, get your feet on the ground, and imagine that you are pushing a thread or a post or a paling right down into the center of the earth. There's a deep grounding because it's higher frequency, and so we need to be balancing that up by being more deeply grounded and being very present. So we're anchoring in this new reality, which into earth, which we're creating as we go, and this is our new fifth dimensional reality. And once we have got this anchored in, there'll be other work to do, but this is our current work. So be in the visualization of the continuous movement. It was interesting, of the 3 8s, the 8, the 8, the 8. See them as these infinity symbols that are linked together as shapes between heaven and earth, above and below, in this never-ending flow of creation and creative flow energies. For me, that day I was feeling massive expansive energies in my head. This was yesterday. And I really felt as though I was underwater, not in my body so much, but in my head, as though I had a lot of fluid, as though I was in that sort of echoing, as though I was underwater, and also under pressure. And yesterday I was running an electrical sensation, and I was really challenged to be able to define it any more than that. So that's where we're at. It's pretty exciting. The divine masculine, I want to say, are in this very clear knowing. So, divine feminines are in the knowing of this is to come. And I want to say that how I read it is that many of you will be in the place of, I just don't know the timing. And that's okay, because in many ways the timing's been interfered with. But I want to say that it's close. I want to say that these divine counterparts coming together is very linked to Ascension, and that we're in Ascension energies in the physical now. That the divine masculine are beginning to feel this very strong pull from the magnetic pulsation of the feminine's heart, and that they are in this recognition in their brain about what feels true. So it's like finding their true north, their alignment to their divine direction. And so that comes with clarity, that comes with truth, that comes with who it is they're meant to be with. And this is all, incrementally going to fall into place over this next little while. So there's that aspect. And yeah, Gaia is really sitting, holding the rudder, if you like, holding space. It's been a long time that she has been holding out for this. So, you will have heard me say that she told me a long time ago that we will return to our rightful place in the galaxy as the interdimensional travel destination and the living library of the universe, well, actually of the multiverse. And so, we will, as humanity awakens and becomes aware that there are other species here on our planet and in our planet and in other planets, will become this destination place for other species. And right now, we are really, if you like, in adolescence, coming into our adulthood, but that's all going to happen very, very quickly. And the ascension points, we've had an ascension introduction of energies, and now we're building to kind of these other points. And then at whenever that timing is and those divine partnerships come together in physical union, that is a catalyst that helps the planet roll over into Ascension. And so all of these things can happen like that, but it links into indicating to the sun, or to father sun. If we think about Gaia being mother Gaia and father sun, they have this interconnection that means that we all upgrade, up level, and ascend. And so we ascend as humanity, we ascend as planet, and the sun ascends. And there's another aspect to the sun, which is that it shows up as like a higher dimensional overlay of the sun that comes in. So yes, lots and lots of changes, but just remember that some of these things have to be, Gaia even uses the word smashed. They have to be smashed and broken down for the new to come. And that's what we are witnessing in our world, and more people awakening to the way in which we have been controlled and the attempts to depopulate the planet. And feeling really tired, Amanda is saying. Okay, let's have a look here. So sirens. So sirens. First of all, yes, I've noticed that too. So I've noticed that all month, maybe even a little bit last month, is that I have heard every day I've heard a siren, and often two, and one has been an ambulance and one has been a fire truck. So I believe, my sense of it is is that these are people leaving the planet, and so they need to be attended to, or they are people who are having heart issues and need to have medical attention. So we know that heart issues are impacted by the vaccine implementation, and we also know that we're on the edges of this energy that will renew people, will heal them. And so you know, we're very close to that tipping point. Feeling really tired, Amanda. Yes, so some of that is a twofold thing. One is this deep purification that we're going through and releasing toxins, you know, back through to the ancient, and the deeper we go, the more we can access. So that can be very tiring. And the other is these energies. They're so fast, they're so quick. And our body has to assimilate them at speed. And also they are new. So the body is like hyper vigilant. Oh, what is this? Oh, I don't know about that. Oh, it's that kind of energetic can be feeling very extreme at the moment. Rebecca's saying she just got donated 25 lemons. So we'll be drinking lemon water. Let me go right up to the top. Oh, there's heaps of you here. Jackie's feeling overwhelmed but in love. How lovely. Jules feeling exhausted and overwhelmed last 3 days. Thank you for going and doing work for all of us in Gaia. Have a fantastic time. Thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty. I've really been like, who in their right mind would choose to have all of this happen? I have no idea why this has all happened in this short period of time. But you know, thank goodness for great sisters. I tell you, my the two of my sisters who came, they're just absolutely incredible what they did for me while they were here, and Mum came to be all a part of it. Yes, so this exhausted and overwhelmed is part of that, and part of this. It's like when you get into overwhelm, what can you do? You have to surrender, right? And so these things are coming in to assist us all to become more surrendered, more allowing. And while I'm thinking of it, if you are at the last minute feeling that you would still like to come on the dolphin trip, I think there's one space left. So if you feel that it's yours, today would be a good time to claim that. Hi, Althea. Yeah, Yippee is right, Charlotte. There's this real feeling of celebration. I feel that in terms of the divine masculine as well, and certainly with Gaia, and certainly with this whole opening up to this expansion and ascension. Pauline made a date with herself yesterday for quiet time and was amazed by the messages and the light that came through. And I want to suggest that, you know, spend 10 minutes. I think I said that the other day, but just every day spend 10 minutes with yourself. And that can be a walk in nature, or it can be standing in nature, or if it's too cold, you know, find somewhere to sit and just be still and just observe yourself. Rebecca's saying hasn't wanted much food, just fluid. And yes, Pauline, Mother Earth is certainly feeling these changes. So it's like we've got now this energetic templating, if you like, that is on the internal of the earth and the external of the earth. And so that is helping the energetic aspects of expansion be held and stabilized. And that's what we've been feeling as well, as we've been feeling that our energy bodies have either been stabilizing or needed stabilizing. Yes, that's right, Rebecca. She's saying, so we don't necessarily need to heal anything around this because it's so old. We just need to allow the bodies to purge, and that this too shall pass. And yes, there is one place left, just one. So it's pretty exciting. And yes, I will update you all about all of that for my part in it anyway. I know that it's all there's so much to do with the 8th dimension, with the octagonal, with the emerald codes. Billy's saying she met a man the other day who was quite open, said with his job he never felt anything, just turned his feelings off. It's been a few years since he left his job, and he was very open the last two, or open to that the last two. He's been crying nonstop. The masculine and the masculine aspects of us are doing a lot of grieving. This is for all of the times that we have perpetrated violence as well, and had that perpetrated against us. So in the masculine aspect, there's been many experiences of soul being forced to be a part of war, and right back through time. And so a lot of that is the cellular memory being released so that we can become more light-filled. And so, yeah, it might be that it comes with a story or an experience, or it might be that it just comes as a feeling. And just check in and see. Your body will know. Your higher self will tell you. Be you. I was sitting still this morning in nature, and there was an earthquake feeling. It was quite something. Yes, we are still going to have a lot of those, because this is the internal of our earth is releasing what is held in there that is of a lower vibration, so that we can become more bigger, more expanded, more light-filled as planet. It's happening for all of us. Yeah, so that's perhaps it, really. And I thank you for joining me here. And yeah, I want to say, be still and soft and quiet, and just in gentle self-inquiry over the next couple of days. Do as little as is possible, as is necessary, as is required. There'll be a lot of our children, especially, I want to say, the early primary school children. They are likely to be being activated with their codes during this full moon, and they'll be beginning to have some, I want to say, connection, some emotional and mental connection to what they are here to introduce. So if you have children of that age, or you know of people who do have children of that age, just be aware. Don't poke and prod, but be open to hearing, because they are likely to be telling us things that we might not be aware of. They are likely to be recognizing their, I want to call them their God codes, their light codes. All right, so much love to all of you. Send me messages of what's happening in your lives if this aligns to you. But for me, it's like even though we are further than the middle of this month, we are now in the middle of these frequencies and these energies. So we are it's getting faster. We're going to conclude in this heighten, this up-leveling with these quicker energies. All right, much love, everyone.